interviews. It might be a misconception of people that got interviews because a person did an interview. This platform did an interview.
Yeah.
Now y'all want to do the same. It's a misconception.
We're interview bias
because
this is the new shit now.
Because think about it. All right, let's do a perfect example.
Interview bias.
I know for a fact I'm probably one of the only people with an AZ. I'm probably one of the only people with an AZ interview, but I did it a few years ago. And my line of questioning was different because he was at the table, a dead presidents.
Yeah.
With big, smooth hustler, TV alias. Yeah, so I'm like, what was that like, right? Recently, I see AZ went on a run.
Yes.
But I know Nori been asking him for like 5 years. But I seen him on different platforms. And I know AZ for saying no. But I seen y'all did incredible things. I think y'all was my favorite. The Drink Champs premiere.
It just dropped.
And then he was on my
expert opinion.
But I think it's a misconception that y'all want to do it because it was done over here and done over here.
Do you want to hear the real story?
Tell us the real story.
Or you want to start in that song? You like, first of all.
No filter.
Oh, you gonna get the real story? I never bit nobody. First of all, okay. We had AZ. I interviewed AZ twice already with Hynaken. Okay, one on This Is 50, one on Hot New Hip Hop. Both of the times it was during like at the beginning of Corona. The other one was during Corona. So it was over Zoom. So it was over Zoom, right? So I've been saying, do the show with me. It was around the time. If Nori been doing it for 5 years, I haven't been in the conference space.
Right.
But I can tell you from 2021, when we booted back up, and we were doing in-person interviews, I was like, you got to do my show, right? So he was like, I do it. He agreed to do it at Hush Life Boutique in Jersey and somehow pushed it out the camera. He didn't have the right equipment. Didn't have the right equipment with him.
He pulled up on y'all.
No, he was dead. He's my man.
Right.
They're friends. This is my man. He take me for my birthday. They take each other on birthday. This is my man. Right? So I'm like, do my show. He's like, Rans. This is what they call me, Rans with an S. Rans. You know, I don't talk about that because niggas gonna want me to talk about old business and I ain't no snitch and I ain't no, he's all like that. So I said, you know what, I said, don't worry about it. I said, fuck it. You did a couple for me already. I can't ask you. I'm not gonna do nothing. Then we on My Expert Opinion, and then I hear Nori calling out A. And then Math was wanting to get A. And Hynaken, I was like, I ain't gonna tell these niggas that A is my man like that, because now they gonna be asking me about A. So what I did was I secretly called A and said, you know My Expert Opinion, we're doing it, that shit cooking right now. My nigga, you need to come and do the show. He's like, I don't want to do the show. And I was like, why not? He's like, I already did this shit, and I'd rather do it when something's coming out. This is the rollout. This is a long time. It's a long time. It's over a year. My Expert Opinion. We've been off of My Expert Opinion for a year and 3 months already. So this was like 2 years ago.
Nice. That nigga said 3 months, 36 seconds.
Oh, he know the numbers. This was like 2 years ago, right? So I let it die. When they started this AZ shit back up again, and niggas was calling out AZ, I called them again. I said, you like one of the most sought after people that they want to have. And they want to talk to. I said, bro, I'm lit. You gotta do my show. Okay? I said, I know Nori's calling you, and all these fly niggas is calling you, but I said, but you my motherfucking man.
Right.
Like, I need to do this. And he said, when I do the rollout, I got you. He said, but I did promise Nori that he was going to get it first. He said, but y'all could film it first. And if you promise me, you'll hold it. I said, for Nori, no problem.
Right.
We'll hold that motherfucker. And we filmed AZ before My Expert Opinion. Yes. Before Nori.
What?
Yes, nigga. We had it in the tuck for 2 weeks. I think it was more than 2 weeks. We had that shit. We had that motherfucker done.
So meaning that if you went out first on some sucker shit going on,
it would have been up.
You would have did $1 million.
We were undercutting everybody. We had it before. Real talk. When they went to drop it on My Expert Opinion, Hynaken called me and was like, they dropping this shit at 1 o'clock. And I was like, dropping what? I'm taking care of my mother. He's like, yo, they dropping 8. They dropping 8. I said, how? I said, 8 after the holding for Nori. And he didn't even film Nori yet. He's filming Nori on Wednesday. I knew the whole schedule. I mean, he's filming Nori on Wednesday, and Nori's supposed to push it up, and he's gonna let us know. Yeah. And then we would follow the date. And we would follow. We let Nori do his thing, and then we just gonna drop it. We wasn't worried about the hits and the money. See, for me, I'm marketing us outside of the content.
But you keeping the integrity of the product.
I'm keeping the integrity.
That's his man.
Right.
That's my man. So I'm still like, and I'll be honest, we treat everybody the same way I treat my man. That was my one thing with Hynaken. I said, if they're signed or unsigned, they get treated the same.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So when Han called me, told me the shit dropping, I called A. I said, yo, A. I said, I'm not mad at nothing. I said, but yo, I thought you asked me to hold it, and Math is gonna drop this shit. And it's going to hurt my shit. It's going to make it look like he did it before me, and it's going to hurt my money. And he said, yo, Ray, he's doing what? And he called, and I called Hynaken. I said, if they don't call me back, drop that motherfucking clip. That's what I said.
And we waited for Math to drop it. Because he might have spoke to Math and said, yo, and would have said, keep your word, or whatever the conversation was. Once it dropped, we went in and changed the whole schedule.
I said, change the time, huh? I said, drop that. I said, if they drop their shit at 1, drop my shit at 5, fuck it. I called A. You know, A called me the next day when I'm taking care of my mother, and he said, yo, Rand. He said, yo, I saw you drop it. Niggas told me, he said, yo, just go ahead. Just do your thing.
So it kind of fucked up what he was.
Yes.
It's not Nori's looking like
That's who got fucked up.
Yeah.
It wasn't us.
No, it wasn't y'all.
We got our hits. It went crazy.
Because Math dropped it first, it looked like we were chasing him. Now, when you're doing rollouts or whatever,
we all get it.
But now what happened was the algorithm is having videos time together. So they did Sha Money. So now the running word around town is we chased the Sha Money.
We had Sha Money before.
So people would say in the comments, so I see you biting the Sha Money interview. I said, hold on. I circled the timestamp and I put the timestamp.
He be giving too much.
No, wait. I said, do Time Machine exist?
Right.
None of them came out to play. Oh, this has been out for a month? Yes.
Bro, niggas that's on the other show that had Sha Money told us personally that they watched our interview before they did Sha, and it was dope.
Yeah.
Okay, it was no beef.
And it's not to talk to shit on other people. We're just not. I don't want. When you're in this space, there's things that's gonna.
Are you tired of that shit though?
I didn't even know that niggas. Yo, bro. See. What you don't understand is, I told you on camera, I don't watch content.
Right.
So when you say this to me, I'm like, copy. Like what? I'm like, this is something. Like I'm like,
same thing with the.
I'm sitting here behind my sunglasses. Like niggas is saying that I'm copying.
No. But with the D-Dog. They're like, oh, y'all waited. And what they didn't understand was we couldn't film for 6 weeks. So any content you saw was already programmed.
Ghost was on tour.
Yes, Ghost was on tour. So D-Dot would have been filmed almost 2 months ago.
We had D-Dot first.
Yes.
Like, this is what people don't understand is like, and for us, I gotta say this, it doesn't even matter if you get it first.
Right.
Who cares? I feel like, let Doggie get it.
Right.
Yes. If this shit goes crazy, you know what they're gonna show after yours? And
we all make money.
But what I want to ask y'all, are y'all tired of getting drug into your former place of where y'all was doing the show at before? Is it tiring at this point? Like y'all got your own brand, and your brand is branded. Like bag fuel is bag fuel.
It's not. The subject is always going to come up. I just feel like as you're doing this in this space, come at a different angle. Because in my world is people are watching all of these contents. So to ask the same question that's been asked 30 million times, you're not going to get a different answer.
Right. The story's
going to stay the same.
The truth is the truth. Yeah, a lie changes, but the truth stays the same.
The truth is the truth.
Right.
Subscribe to my YouTube.
Ask me, you need to tiptoe, cause I don't think you know what you in for. You better walk on eggshells, I ain't been well. Ain't no cure for the sick though. Tiptoe.